I'm Matt Clifford, co-founder and CEO of Entrepreneur First.
How did the whole idea about Entrepreneur First come about?
The core thesis of Entrepreneur First is that the world's missing out on some of its best founders. There are many people who would be good entrepreneurs who find themselves pulled into other career paths and then never get back out of them. Everything we do is about trying to make entrepreneurship the number one career choice for ambitious people. I would say it took us 3 years to really figure out what we were doing, what the model should be. Turned out that there were hundreds of people in the UK who had that feeling of discontent with the options available to them. So, the first cohort, we started very small. We took 30 individuals. They ended up building, I think, 10 companies, almost all of which managed to raise seed funding. It seems to be working. How do we scale it? And so we ended up inventing a new form of financing for entrepreneurs, which is one of the things we're proudest of. We call it a stipend option contract. And basically it's a deal that we make with every founder that joins us, which is we'll pay them living costs for 3 months to allow them to spend 3 months exploring teams, exploring potential co-founders, exploring ideas, in exchange for the right to invest in anything that they create during that period.
How has the COVID situation impacted in a positive or a negative way in terms of being able to scale geographically, handling everything remotely?
To our surprise, and I think to most people's surprise, COVID ended up being, without in any way diminishing the human tragedy of it and the economic tragedy in a lot of sectors, 2020, but actually it probably ended up being the best ever year to be a software entrepreneur or certainly a software investor. Half the world suddenly had to work from their bedrooms. And I think this did a number of different things. One, made us think hard about the software and hardware infrastructure we need to enable that. Second, I think it just made particularly big companies realize both that they had to and could transform their businesses through software. For us, it definitely introduced a lot of challenges. It makes you realize what talent pools there exist in the world outside major physical hubs, that if you can do the remote thing well, you can tap into for the first time. And that's good for them. It's good for the world. It's good for the companies that are able to do it. And I think it's fantastic for innovation.